Hiya guys and girls, ladies and gentlemen, welcome to A Soul's Experience, a channel dedicated to helping the human race remember who we really are. So I had another vision about 4 days ago now, but when I have visions, they come with feelings. All of my visions, I don't really hear much, if anything at all, but I see things which come with a feeling, an overall feeling, like a message. And anyone who's had visions or has dealt with a spiritual experience, communicating in the spirit world, knows that you can have whole paragraphs, whole books almost instantly downloaded into you, or it's so much clearer. Communication on the other side is so much clearer. Words are clumsy. Your thoughts are so much quicker, and your mouth has to catch up. And then you have to think and all this kind of stuff, and there has to be a process between the brain and the mouth. It's so slow. Talking is just so slow, believe me. When you've spoken to someone telepathically, it's instantaneous, almost asking a question before you've even finished asking the question being answered. So anyway, so I get when I get my visions, it comes with feelings, and then I do hear the voice of the spirit, but it's not like I hear it with my human ears. It like speaks in my soul. Like, it's like I feel the words that they're speaking through me. It's very hard to explain, but when I see my visions, they come with a sense of either urgency. Some visions I see and it's like I have to, like, it's obvious. Some are really obvious what you've seen and what you've felt, and so it's quite easy to kind of just make a video on that. This vision I had 4 days ago, it was something I wanted to sit with, to see if it was worth making a video about, if there was. And so what I do, if I see something that's just so confusing and hasn't made a lot of sense, which happens in a lot of visions, it's kind of like pieces of a puzzle that you have to put together. And this puzzle I've just been sat with, and I'll let it sit in the background, and if my subconscious keeps pushing it to my consciousness, which it has been doing for the past 4 days, I'll leave it over there. I'll just leave that vision over there, and then something is like every day pushing it in front, and I'm like, okay, let me think about that some more, let me meditate on that some more, let me pray on that some more, and then I push it back, and then it'll push it forward. So hey, 4 days of pushing and pulling, I finally decided to make this video. And the more I've sat with it, the more clearer the message has become. So it's actually a lot easier to make the video now than it would have been 4 days ago. But let's get on with the vision part of it. So I was in meditation, and I saw like a smoke, but not like something was on fire. It was almost like a smoke screen, a smoke effect, which opened up. And as it opened up, I saw black gates, black pointy gates, a long row of black gates. And then the smoke opened up a bit more, and it went back. And then behind the black gates, I saw a lawn, and then the front of the White House. It was an oval kind of shape with pillars coming down, and as soon as I saw it, the voice of the spirit said, "That's the White House." And so I recognized it to be the White House after, and then I saw it. So at that point, I could still see the black gates, the lawn, and just the front. I couldn't see the whole building. I couldn't see the sides. It was the oval bit. I could see like the front. I don't know. I'm not an expert on the White House. I'm from the UK, but from what I saw, there was a front oval bit with pillars, and it was definitely representing the White House. And then the voice of the spirit said, "I'm coming for your queen." I know. Straight away, look, I know I'm not American, but I know you don't have kings and queens over there. You have presidents, right? So straight away, I'm like, you're coming for a queen. And then I even thought, England doesn't even have a queen anymore. We have a king now. you know? So it really made no sense to me. And I'm like, coming for your queen. I'm like, okay. So day one, I meditated on it, prayed on it. Day one, I thought, the Republicans have just come into power, right? Their queens would be regarded as Tulsi Gabbard, Candace Owens, and on day one, that's who I could think. Would they be going for Tulsi or Candace? Is that the queen? The American queen of the Republican Party who's in power in the White House? And that didn't sit right with me. And then day two, sat with it again. It got pushed to my consciousness. Day two, I sat with it. The president's wife could be classed in a kind of mystical way as the Queen of America. And I thought, no. And then I thought, Meghan Markle? And then I was going kind of through these, who could be classed as a queen as if it was a person. Day three, it came to me, they're not on about person. So I literally just typed in the Queen of America, and what came up was actually quite interesting. The largest steamboat ever built was in Louisiana, and it was called the Queen of America. It was the largest steamboat ever built, and I thought, okay, that's strange. I didn't know the largest steamboat ever built was in Louisiana, and I thought, is God going for Louisiana? And then I sat with that again, still didn't quite feel right, and I thought, I'm coming for your queen, and there's the White House, the Queen of America. And what is America? America is a country made up of states. So I just randomly thought, I'm going to try it, and I typed in, is there a Queen state of America? Is there a Queen of America, a state? Because that's what America is. It's a country of states. And funnily enough, I found out that Maryland was named after a queen, and it's the Queen state. It's named after a queen. So I looked where Maryland was in America, and Washington, which holds the White House, is in Maryland. It's in that bit of Maryland. I couldn't believe it. After 4 days of putting the pieces together, I finally think that I've figured out what the vision was. I'm coming for your queen. All I can feel is that there is going to be a revival in Washington. If we look at what has been happening in Washington over the past decades, some very, very, and I'm going to say it, evil acts, evil decisions have been made. Hundreds of thousands of lives have been lost from decisions that have come out of that part of the world, if not millions. If you look at all the decisions that are over the healthcare system come out of Washington, all of the decisions for that whole country. So any single citizen that has been let down by the state in that country and around the world, other countries that have been, you can't even say it on YouTube. You can't even say what's been going on. You know what's been going on all around the world. I can't even say it, because most of it is too violent, it's too sadistic, it's just too horrible. And even though we're supposed to have free speech, if you display your free speech, you get shut down. But we know what's been going on all around the world. So even if they haven't directly unalived people with their own hands, we all know the pen is mightier than the sword, and the decisions that have been signed off in that part of the world have led to some, and I'm not just knocking on America here, because decisions that have been made in Parliament in the UK, decisions that have been made in them secret little back meetings of NATO and the WHO and the EU, everyone's just trying to walk around, get a KFC and let it be. Do re mi fo la ta di. But no, there's a lot of people out there that are got their fingers in all the pies, right? And they've been meddling and doing all sorts of nastiness to us for a long time. But we are moving into the age of Aquarius, and that might just sound like something people say, but I've been studying a lot of astrology the past 6 months, and there is really something to it. But going back to the vision, I believe there is going to be a revival of love, a revival of morality, a revival of compassion, empathy, sympathy, harmony, a giving and taking. Yes, these people are in very stressful jobs. They do very stressful things, and they get paid very, 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 very well for doing that. But then for their payment, for their service, they should be serving us, the people who pay their wages through our taxes. But they don't. They serve themselves still. Well, all of that is changing, because in this vision I see the Lord is coming for America's Queen. He is coming for Washington. God themselves is coming for Washington, and there will be a revival. You watch over this year. This year, and we've already started to see it with the new administration. But there's even in the new administration, there's smokes and mirrors. Okay, if you really believe that the new administration is going to bring peace on earth, then you've been really brainwashed. There's smokes and mirrors still. There's smokes and mirrors. And there's people within that administration that still don't want peace on this planet. And I'm not talking about the main guy, you know, and you know, but who knows? Who knows within the new administration? There are some really amazing, loving people that want to see change, but there are still within the control structure of this earth, right? Behind the scenes, there are still evil forces, and that is all changing this year. The Lord's told me, I saw it. He is coming for America's Queen, Maryland, where Washington sits, where the White House sits. And that took me 4 days to feel it finally right. And I wouldn't be so excited and feel the energy if I wasn't talking in the spirit of the Lord right now. If I wasn't feeling that this is the message that He wants everyone to hear. The Lord is coming for Washington. He's coming. And there'll be a revival, you know. And it won't all be trying to force religion down people's necks and everyone has to be a Christian and all this sort of this stuff. It won't be about this. It will be about accepting everyone for who they are in a loving way and laying down the weapons, stopping the wars. These are the big things we're going to see. The wars coming to an end after a big, you know, there's going to be one last push for our attention. There's going to be one last push for our distractions. And there's going to be one last push for our energy. They want our energy to be going towards them. They want our energy focused on them so that they can keep control. There's going to be one last catalyst this year where they're really going to try, but it's going to backfire on them. Okay, I've already seen it in a vision I had in 2007. Whatever they do this year, it's a massive event. Whatever happens this year, and it may be combined with a natural disaster also. The massive event that happens this year, whatever they try, whatever goes down, it backfires. It backfires because it wakes the rest of the planet up to say no more. We've had enough. And that is the message that we're spreading through our community. So if you haven't already, like and subscribe to this channel, because we need the message to get out there that love and unity is the most natural state of our being. We are naturally loving beings who want to interact with one another, but we have been so conditioned to hate and to fear the unknown rather than be curious and want to learn. What could we learn from each other around the world if we was allowed to coexist, if we was allowed to be brothers and sisters on this planet? They don't want that, because when we come together we are strong. When we are split, we are weak. You try and break my fingers when my hands are together, you ain't getting nothing. You ain't getting nothing. You try and snap my finger when it's like this, you can snap this finger right off. But together I'm strong. And it's the same with people. When we're together in a fist, we can break down walls, we can break down barriers, we can break down the establishments, we can crumble. But when we're just one person, we're all bendy, we're all flexible, we're all malleable, we're all leadable. And what we end up doing is following the finger in front of us. We just end up following along, you know. And they're the one telling us where to go when we need to become the fist, and we need to fight back. But we don't fight back physically. We fight back like this. We fight back with our words, with the truth, because there is only one truth, that each one of us are unique fingers on the hand of the divine themselves. And each one of us are perfect, important cogs in this great machine of life. So until next time, I want you to take care of yourselves. It's just a short video. The Lord is coming back for Washington. He's coming back for Maryland. the Queen State of America. Saw that 4 days ago, and I'm glad I finally put the pieces of that vision together, because it made no sense to me at first, the White House and I'm coming for your queen, but we got there in the end. And you're about to see a revival of love, faith and unity in the great state of Washington, in the great country of the USA. It's such a beautiful, amazing, great country. So beautiful, amazing people. You need to get your United State of America back. You need to get that back. Yeah, you really do. And the United Kingdom need to get our United Kingdom back. And we need to unite across the pond and become united again. Rather than just trying to keep power over here and power over here and hate and hate and hate. Everyone needs to be united, from literally from China to Russia to Brazil to Australia, from New Zealand to Papua New Guinea, you know, from Uganda to Uruguay. We need to go from Germany to Romania. Let's go all over the place. Scandinavia down to Poland. Let's go. Let's go down to the Philippines. Let's go Thailand. Let's go everywhere. Let's go Morocco. Bring up the Egypt. Bring up the pyramids. Bring up the power. Bring up all of us. Scotland, Wales, England and Ireland. Let's all unite. All of the great states of America. Hawaii, all the way down to Mexico. All the way down to Argentina. Let's do this. Let's do this. Down to the Caymans. Off to the Bahamas. No matter where you are in Jamaica. No matter where you are. We're all brothers and sisters. We're all love. We're all unity. And we're all part of the same consciousness that is God. So till next time, please take care. Much love for now. I will see you soon. Take care.
There's not much to do when all I can is thinking about you. Not doing well, don't know where you are, 'cause you're not here. It's been way too long.